Hello, I'm Adam Smith and I'm delighted to say I'm out here in sunny Madrid ahead of the Champions League final between Spurs and Liverpool. We've built a studio in the Players Hotel and we're going to be speaking to players, to the manager, to fans and to legends as part of daily content. Plus, we've got a very special prize for one lucky viewer. This is March to Madrid.
Tottenham Hotspur lead the game! Jan Vertonghen with a goal! Son has scored it! It's in! Lucas Moura with the hat-trick goal! Spurs are going to the Champions League final!
I'm pleased to say that I am joined by the happiest man in football. It is, of course, Heung-min Son. Sonny, how are you?
Actually, I'm a very happy guy, and today, especially yesterday when I arrived to Madrid, I think I'm more happier than usual.
All the fans look at you. You're always a very positive person, always smiling, always laughing. What do you put that down to? Have you always had that since childhood?
Of course, it took a while, you know, to be positive. But I think about football, about the life, I try to be positive because nothing bad happened, you know. Yeah. This is what I'm always thinking, you know. I play football, I'm happy with my family, all the players happy can play football. I think that's the most important thing. So I'm born with football and dreaming in life. And yeah, I think that's make a big part of my life.
And you say you're happy now. Give us an insight into what the mood's been like around camp today, because we're lovely hotel, the sun is shining as we say. What is the mood like amongst the players this close to the Champions League final?
I think it's very difficult to describe this mood because we work very hard, we're preparing very well, and last 2.5 weeks, and as soon as when you arrive, sunshine, lovely hotel, we had a training session in the morning, and the player looks very good, happy, smiling everywhere. I think this is very positive. Then I can feel it, the positive energy, and I think it's the main thing is of course on Saturday the result, but I think we're looking forward.
Yeah, let's talk about the Champions League journey, because your journey has been incredible, really. Scored the first ever goal in the new Spurs stadium, first ever Champions League goal, of course, as well, in the Tottenham Hotspur stadium. What was that moment like for you?
What should I say? It's just an amazing feeling. You know, I scored 3 days before the Champions League game. I scored against Crystal Palace, the first goal at the new stadium. Then we play against one of the big team in the Europe and one of the best team, big side, and score this goal as well. But I think what the players done with starting 11, without starting 11, who's not been scored, who has been injury, I think the player deserved to that win, and I think I scored a lucky goal because of the players and because of the around me, the people, you know, for example, the fans, the staff, and because they give me the chance, you know, to play and to score this goal. And I think, of course, we score and I scored the goal, but I think the win was most important. Yeah,
for the whole team, and of course the second leg as well. Against Man City, you scored some big goals then in what was a crazy game. That must have just been crazy to play in.
No, I think all the Champions League tournaments for us have been very crazy and very special for us, and especially those games. And after 5 minutes, we conceded a goal, and after 4 minutes, we scored 2 goals, and it was like a crazy. But I think because then we showed the character, you know, and we don't wanna give up. We just believe we can score the goals, and actually we done it. I don't know. I'm so proud of this team and proud to be part of this team, and it's just amazing games.
And Tottenham Hotspur now being spoken about all around the world. Champions League final, the biggest club competition there is. Everyone from around the world is talking about Tottenham. Give us an insight into what it's like in Asia, because obviously you are huge in Asia. Have you been speaking to friends and family there? Just give us an insight into what the mood is like in Asia.
It's been crazy. It's been crazy. Especially in my hometown, South Korea, it's been very crazy because I'm the second player who is playing the Champions League final, and I think every South Korean football fans, except the Liverpool fans, in South Korea, so also they have Liverpool fans, but I think most of Korean fans wish Tottenham in the Champions League because, of course, I'm playing for Tottenham and the people want to win the Tottenhams because they want to support us and they want to support me. I think this make us this give us a little bit more boost, I think.
Yeah. And of course you play Liverpool, they've had a very strong season, narrowly missed out on winning the Premier League, of course. How tough will that be? It'd be a tough opponent, won't they? Because they've been in such good form building up to this game.
Yeah, I don't like to talking about too much with opponent, but I think I'm not saying they're a fantastic season. They've been really good especially in the league and Champions League as well. But I think in the final, we play against one of the big team, but that thing as well, one of the big team, we have to win this game. So I think it's the same level. I think this is about mentality. Who you want to, who wanted this game more win. I think this show attitude, and I think we had a great chance to make our history.
Okay, I can see the captain Hugo Lloris just behind the camera there. He's about to join us on this very sofa. Before that, let's hear from the fans.
Good luck in Madrid, boys. From all of us at DC Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs!
This Saturday, we anticipate over 200 people in our bar 2 hours before the match, and the parking lot to be absolutely packed.
You guys are gonna crush it again. So come on, you Spurs!
Some of us will be in Madrid, some of us will be in London, some of us will be in Glasgow, but no matter where we are, we're 100% behind you.
Expecting my firstborn, who happens to be a boy, so I'm looking for a little bit of inspiration on what to name him. Hoping whoever scores the winning goal will get that name.
Thanks for sending those clips in. Hugo has joined us, delighted to say. Hugo, we watched those clips there, which just showed just what that moment meant for the Spurs fans. Incredible.
Yeah, this game was full of emotion, especially the way we end this game. And we can see all the support all around the world that we could have for this game from the Spurs community, and hopefully we're going to live again one more big emotional moment.
And what a lot of people didn't see in that goal, the first time they watched it, is that you ran the length of the field very quickly, didn't he? Sonny likes that. Were you impressed with how quickly Hugo got there?
Hugo was quicker than me. This was like I fell. It was a crazy moment, but yeah, it was funny. When you see after the game, with such a great result, when you see the action, when Hugo was coming up for the corner and he was running back, and then when we score and then he come back, there was a bit of funny as well.
Did you realise as players at the time how late that goal was scored?
At this moment, I just lost the control. Was an incredible emotional moment. It's probably, it's for sure one of the first time in my career that I run to celebrate a goal with my teammate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing feeling because at the moment that we started to lose the confidence, we scored the third goal, and that's make even bigger the reaction.
And you talk about the reaction there after the goal, after the final whistle, the scenes that we saw. Fans, players, the management staff, they just seemed, the team spirit just seemed incredible in that particular moment.
Yeah, it was a great moment to share. First of all the coaching staff, the medical staff, the players, and then obviously with the fans who travel. It's just how you want to live football, no? And it's amazing when that type of game turns in your way. But you can only think about the opponent now, because football can be cruel sometimes, and it can happen to anyone. But at this moment, you just need to enjoy, because it's a very important moment to share. There is few in your career, and you need to share and enjoy 100%.
And that moment, 96th minute, Lucas's famous goal. Give us an insight into how your mobile phone reacted when Spurs got through to the Champions League final.
It's like when I come back to the changing room, when I watch my phone, my battery was just nearly gone because there was too many messages. And yeah, I think.
How many are you talking?
Oh, lot. Because I text back all the people. Probably I took all night.
It took you all night. Did you text every single person back?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you have to, because you want to say grateful to all my families, all my friends, you know, some of the very important person as well, and because the people brought me to the final as well, because they support me from another side in the world, and I think I want to share with them as well, and I think it was very great. Very important text back and show them I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, Hugo, your phone the same? Did it go crazy?
Yeah, the same. This game had a big impact all around the world, but mainly because I'm French in France, and obviously, the phone was was burning after the game. But for me, the most important is family and friends, obviously, because even in a bad moment, they're always behind us, and so that's why when you live that type of moment, as I said before, it's just the moment to enjoy 100%. Yeah.
You mentioned moments there, moments to enjoy, big moments. You've of course famously been involved in a huge moment in football, captaining your country to winning the World Cup. I don't know if you know this, but since the inception of the Champions League, only 3 players ever have captained their team to Champions League and World Cup glory. And obviously you have the chance to do that this weekend. That must make you feel very proud.
Yeah, it will be amazing, but I know, you know, it could not be done without my teammates. No, first of all, the football is a collective sport, and then I feel this privilege with my national team to win the World Cup, and then to leave this Champions League campaign. And even if the most difficult step is ahead of us, but we are ready. We are ready to write history, and because this generation of players need to put a stamp into the club history, so we need to make it. Yeah.
Those other 3 players, incidentally, Iker Casillas, Philippe Lahm, and Didier Deschamps, of course, someone that you know well. So great company if that does happen. Finally, we spoke to Sonny earlier. The weather, very hot here. How is the players settling in?
We are not in holiday. It looks like, but we are not in holiday.
No. But it's very hot, isn't it? That might play a part on the weekend.
The good thing is we're going to play late in the evening. It will be a bit less hot, but yeah. 3 days give us a little bit time to adapt our body to the weather condition. But no, it's quite well, no?
Okay, we've been asking for your questions, got absolutely hundreds and hundreds of questions, so we're going to try and pick the best ones for Hugo Lloris and Heung-min Son. First one is from Juru Siz, says, Hugo Lloris, did you wear any sort of lucky charm in the World Cup final? So any superstitions or lucky item of clothing that you wore for that game?
Not really, no. You are just focusing to the competition, and you just want to win, no? That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Next question is from Selma Lam Hamdi. Ask Sonny, can you ask Sonny how he remembers all his handshakes? It's a very good question. You have a handshake with every single player, is that right?
Yeah, but I think this is already like 3 years ahead, and you used to do the like automatic. But if you have to someone else doing with, for example, I'll do with Hugo Dele's handshake.
Yeah.
Would be probably impossible. So I think you would understand very well with the players, and that's why it's all in my head.
Do you have a handshake with Hugo?
It's a simple one.
It's a simple one, and bonjour, ça va. He said a few words in French.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a very simple one. Okay, next question. This is from 1G. Another one for you, Sonny. Does Sonny like the ice bath? This is from a Korean fan.
Yeah, ice bath is very good. For example, with this weather, I think it's very good to go in the ice bath with enjoy the cold water.
Okay, this is from Linus Soccer to Hugo Lloris. Hugo, you've played in so many big games. How do you manage to keep a clear head in tight matches?
the willingness to win. I think it's inside every player, you know. We are so close to make the history because Champions League is one of the main competitions that all players want to win, and at this moment it's just focus, breathe, eat, sleep football, and make and put all the chance in your side to get the final win. Yeah.
Hugo, Sonny, thank you very much. I know you've got a busy day, so thanks for joining us. We are going to get you to sign this very special Spurs shirt. All the guests that join us on the sofa will sign this, and then stay tuned to find out how one lucky winner can win this signed shirt. There we go. The captain's signature is there. Sonny, your turn. Brilliant. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck for the final.
Thank you.
Jan with a goal! Son has scored it! It's in! Lucas Moura with the hat-trick goal! Spurs are going to the Champions League final!
So we can see how much Lucas's famous goal in Ajax meant to all of us. Another person that had a big impact on was Jermaine Genius, who was doing co-commentary at the time. It left him completely speechless. Let's hope he's not speechless now, because here are his thoughts ahead of the game.
Area attempts Kirkland and puts the ball into the bottom right-hand corner of the net.
Delighted to welcome Jermaine Genius back to Hotspur Way. First of all, how are you, JJ?
All's good, yes. It's always nice to come back, see familiar faces and stuff. So, but obviously it's a special occasion that we're going to be talking about. So yeah, it's even better to be back.
What a week. We're going to look ahead to the Champions League final. And obviously through your work now in the media, particularly BT Sport in the Champions League, you've been there most of the way with us actually, haven't you? Listening to highlights is your voice on co-commentary a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, what have you made of this? You know, it's a journey.
It's been quite remarkable, to be honest with you. You know, from the early stages of the competition being so expectant. The game at Barcelona was a huge turning point of belief, really. Where they all kind of looked at each other and was like, because they were good, you know, obviously Tottenham were brilliant in that game, and I felt that they knew after that they could do something. I remember speaking to a couple of the lads when they got beat by Chelsea in this semi-final of the FA Cup, and there was a lot of hurt players that day. This was a group of players that have been feeling like they're at that stage during their career, and then you know when you're in a moment. You know, I was lucky enough to have it here in 2008, where we won the League Cup, and I felt that the players, especially after that semi-final, kind of they looked at ech other and it was like, right, we're in our prime, we're in a good moment here to be actually lifting trophies, and because they wasn't, it was hurting them a lot, which is a good sign. It's a good sign because they know they're capable, and I think if you add all of those moments together, and then obviously put it into this campaign. The experience it's given them, that feeling of hurt that drives them on to not want to be in the same position again. And like I said, the bond that they have in going through all of that together is what gives them the strength to get through a lot of those moments. And I think if you add to that one of the best managers in the world, a group of individuals that are highly skilled and played at the top level now, whether it's the Champions League or whether it's European championships or World Cups, there's a good blend of experience and talent in this group now that in those toughest moments they've got answers now.
Ajax's second leg is going to go down as one of those nights in the club's history, a bit like the Arsenal 5-1 that you were involved with.
It's Jermaine Genius now. He scored our goal, of course, in the first leg. Genius goes for goal! It's in the post and it's gone in!
One of those strands that's going to make it memorable is your reaction. Because Spurs fans know it's you, Spurs fans know about your ties with the club, and your reaction was just such a natural reaction, and probably the same as everyone watching it, in that split second when that ball hits the back of the net.
Yeah.
We're in the final.
Here's Lucas Moura. Oh, they did it! I cannot believe it! Lucas Moura with the last kick of the game! Jermaine Genius is speechless! Absolutely speechless! And so is everyone inside this stadium!
I can't believe it.
I mean, I still get like my body tingling now, kind of just when you kind of take yourself back to that moment. I think with me, right, it kind of like I was at this club, a long time, and kind of arriving at the football club you know, the message was very much that we are a team that had been kind of around the mid-table in the Premier League. We want to kick on and go and do better things in the Premier League. We want to challenge for the Champions League, and we're going to buy young, and we're going to buy talent, and we're going to develop. And I always liked that organic story. I like the process that the chairman was going through. There was ups and downs throughout it. We got there in the end. Obviously, that great game at City, qualifying for the Champions League, and then, you know, we had just ups and downs throughout the journey. But I always felt the club were doing right, you know, the right thing, and kind of that when that goal hit the back of the net, it was just like a real kind of sped up story going on in my head that kind of came full circle. And was just like, wow, you know, I'm seeing things from a completely different perspective here. Fans, you know, you've got, you know, fans who are like 60, 70, 80 years old who have been there, you know, way before me and seen it all and can't believe what they're witnessing. So, you know, but they're going through the same emotion, you know, and everybody I spoke to and all the videos I've seen, it's like, after I reacted the way I did, I didn't know if it was the right thing or not. All I know is just how I felt. And, you know, obviously in my world, there is that people think, oh, well, is he not being professional? Is he being too biased? But all I can show people is how I feel. And that's what I did. And I was speechless. I was emotional. When I saw the players' faces, you know, I'll be honest with you, I was in tears. It was a tough kind of, I suppose, minute to try and find some words to illustrate my feelings. But I'm glad I reacted in that way, because it was my true feeling, you know, for the club, and I was so happy for the lads and for the manager as well. I think, you know, deserves everything that he gets, and I just hope that now, you know, that moment has gone, that they can take that next step now, and that next step will, you know, make those players pretty much immortal for the rest of their lives at this football club.
Right, I'm pleased to say I'm here with Lucas Moore and Harry Winks. Guys, how are you?
Very good. Very good.
What a day it is.
Amazing. Amazing day.
Sun is shining. Lucas, only one place we can start with this. 3 goals in the semi-final, the last one being in the 96th minute to take Tottenham to a Champions League final. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
It was an amazing game. The most emotional game of my life.
Ever for you?
Ever, for sure. And it was unbelievable. And I always believed in this moment, but I couldn't believe that it would be like this. 3 goals, the last goal in the last second. It was a great gift for me.
When you see the ball hit the back of the net, that later on in the game, what is going through your mind?
It's impossible to describe, to explain to you the emotion, the feeling. When I saw the ball in the last second, I just say I will shoot the ball, and when I shoot and I saw that was goal, it's amazing. I didn't know how to celebrate. Yeah. It was crazy moment.
Harry, and of course, unfortunately, you were injured for that game. So where did you watch it? You didn't travel. You watched it at home. Is that right?
I watched it at home. Yeah. So I was doing my rehab process at the training ground. So I think it was only a week or so before I recovered from the ops. It was best for me not to stay. Best for me to stay rather than travel with the team. And I just watched it in my living room, and it was incredible.
Is that harder watching it than it is playing in a game when you can't affect it? That must be quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's probably it's a lot worse to watch than it is to play, because you can't affect it, you can't do anything about it. You're watching the teammates, and you can't cheer them on, you can't help them out. But it's it was still an incredible thing to watch, and the way the boys performed and the way they played, and it was it was proud. I was proud watching it from home. I really was.
Well said. We're asking this to all the guests that are sitting on this sofa throughout our time in Madrid. Lucas, when that goal went in, everyone's saying their phone went crazy.
Yeah.
Sonny said it took him a day to respond to all the messages. What happened with your phone? Did it go mad? Did you have lots of texts, WhatsApps? Talk us through what happened when you first looked at it.
A lot of messages. I got 2 weeks to answer everyone.
2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Wow.
It's crazy. A lot of messages from my family, my friends from Brazil and everywhere. Was crazy.
Amazing. Incredible achievement. Can you believe, though, that where Spurs are at, bearing in mind how the Champions League campaign started?
Honestly, sort of like what Lucas said, it was obviously a difficult start for us, with 1 point in 3 games, but the belief is always there from the boys. It's something the manager's installed in us, is to never give up and to never quit. And obviously there's been some moments along the way where we've been fantastic and really shown how good we are. And there's been obviously little moments of luck as well, which we've needed, but I think we've deserved it. Yeah, it's true. The season has been unbelievable. Crazy games, difficult games. But for me, I think the most important is we never give up. We always work hard, and we believe that we can go through. We can win the games. And the game against the City was so hard. The spirit of everyone was so good, and we need to keep this for every game and every season. And I think we deserve this moment. The coach, the staff, and the fans, and was a very good moment for us.
And how have you found it personally? Come to a new country, new culture. You seem to have settled in very quickly to Tottenham.
Yeah, I think for me the first 6 months was to know my new teammates, the new club, to adapt to a new championship, and was very important for me the pre-season. Here we work very hard. The intensity is so high, and I needed to adapt to this. And it was very important for me the pre-season, and I feel very good. I feel comfortable, and I feel very well to help my teammates and to add my talents to the team.
So we've heard what that goal meant to Lucas and to Harry, but you guys went absolutely crazy. Here's some of the best reactions when that goal went in the 96th minute.
I saw this one.
Guys, some unbelievable scenes there. Lucas, how does it feel watching those fans reacting to your goal? You had a big smile on your face.
Yeah, because it's crazy. It shows what the football can do with the fans. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. Football is my life, and for sure, if I was not a player, I would be like this. Crazy, good.
Harry, we saw a load of scenes there of people in their living room cheering the goal. You didn't make the cut. We didn't see. Where were you in the living room? Didn't film it.
I didn't film it. No. If I filmed it, I would have been like the other guys there. I mean, it was special. It was something you just can't buy that feeling. It's an amazing feeling, and you know, for this man to do that, he must be on top. He must have felt on top of the world. But just watching it back there, you know, brings goosebumps to you, and just it's special.
Right, okay, we've been asking for your questions. Thank you so much. Got absolutely hundreds of questions to Lucas Moore and Harry Winks. First one from Harriet Chambers. Thanks for your questions. She says, Lucas, how many languages can you speak? Looking forward to the final.
Really good. Only Portuguese.
No, you can speak English.
Is grand for
Nah, but I can speak French, English, and a little bit of Spanish. But I am very shy, so it's difficult sometimes.
Oh, you're very shy?
Yeah.
Okay. Any languages you speak, Harry?
Just English. Just
English.
about. No, I'm learning Spanish, but I've been learning for a couple of years. But I'm like him. I'm not confident enough to do it.
Fair play. Next one's from Razak. Harry, do you have any superstitions that you'll follow before the game?
No superstitions.
None at all?
The only things I'd probably say I really do is I get both my ankles strapped every game, regardless, every training session. But in terms of superstitions, I've never really had any. No.
Okay. Next one, Diego Silvera says, Lucas, where do you keep the semi-final ball?
In my house, and a special place, and this ball I will keep in. The most important is my heart, but the ball will be in a good space in my house.
And you look at it regularly, and it brings back memories.
Yeah, of course.
Fond memories. Okay. This is from XM Addy Lex. Says, Harry Winks, how does it feel? We touched upon this earlier. How does it feel going to a Champions League final with the team you grew up supporting? A lot of people asking this actually.
It's if anything, it's probably it's a lot more special for me because I've been a Tottenham fan since I was a kid, and it's you know, Saturday night it's going to be an emotional night for everybody involved with the club because it's such a huge game for everybody involved, and it's such a massive statement and game for Tottenham. So yeah, I mean, it'd be emotional to sort of be there, hear the music, see all the fans, and it's going to be a real special night, really.
And you must have a lot of mates. Obviously, all the players will have friends, family coming over to support them, but you must have a lot of childhood mates who grew up being Spurs fan coming to support you.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot of mates coming out there to the game, and a lot of people coming out just to watch in bars and watching at the stadium as well. But most importantly, I've got my family out, and they're coming out to watch. And yeah, it's going to be a real special night for everybody. It really is.
Brilliant chat, guys. All the best for the final. Thank you
Cheers.
very much for your time, Lucas. Thank you,
My
Harry.
pleasure.
Lastly,
Thank you
we've
very
got to sign this. Don't forget, we are giving away, this is a hell of a prize, by the way, signed shirts, Tottenham Hotspur shirt, by all the guests that are going to join us on the sofa. So, Harry, if you can do the honours, we'll stretch it wherever you like. Might have to.
Yes.
There we go.
That's better, yeah.
Lucas, over to you. Right, that is all we've got time for this show, but we will be back tomorrow, and we've got some very, very special guests.
Eriksen! Tottenham Hotspur lead the game! Jan Vertonghen with a goal! Son has scored it! It's in! Lucas Moura with the hat-trick goal! Spurs are going to the Champions League final!